Hi everyone. So we're going to go in first with my primer, which I love Bare Minerals primer. I have two of them. I have the this one, Prime Time Brightening Foundation Primer, and then I have another one. Oh my goodness, I can't think of the name of it right now. That one's one of my favorites, and that one has an SPF. This one does not have an SPF, but I am actually not leaving the house. I am just doing filming, so and tinkering around here. So I'm not concerned about having on my SPF for today. Take off go the glasses, and here we go. I always give it a good shake, and then I'm gonna just do a couple little. Well, I think I'll start with one because I kind of got a good one there. Just kind of dot this all around on my face. And then I'm just going to use my fingers, clean hands. I have several different products that I am going to be incorporating into today's look that I have not ever used before. This is not one of them, obviously, because I just said this is one of my favorites. But, you know, so I'm just going to do a little chit chat, show you how I got today's look. That's it, a nice thin light coating. And this primer is so sheer and so light. It feels like satin going on. It doesn't give any weight to the skin at all. And it definitely leaves a little bit of a dewy complexion after foundation. So I will show you that so that you will see for yourself. I am going to be using my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I am the color Buff 2N2. Just give this another little good shake. And I also do not really like full coverage. Ooh, back at it. Especially being a little bit older. You know, I am 54 years old, and things just settle, so to speak. So I try to minimize my makeup look. I tend to be more of a day wear look anyways. You know, a pretty basic, I don't want to say basic, but a lighter weight look is what I go for. I had the perfect word for it earlier when I was thinking about it, and I just put a couple drops of this all around. I had the perfect word for the type of look. I love to look put together. I like to feel as though I am enhancing my features and minimizing other features that are coming out over the past few years. But I don't like to ever feel as though I have layers and layers on my skin. I like a very light makeup feel. Now, that can come from putting on layers and layers, but it's the product. If you don't feel it, then you're working with some good stuff. I don't want to feel like my face is a product of my product. I want to feel like the product just enhances my face, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I'm just going to smooth this around, up and over, right up across my nose, and of course around on my forehead and up onto my ears, just under my chin, and just drag, or sweep I should say. And it just moves. That's the other thing, is the pliability of the foundation over that primer is just supreme. I mean, the two of them together are just dynamic duo. The primer allows the foundation, which is of good quality anyways, to just be silky, sheer, and just sweep right around. There's no tugging, which, you know, again, I don't want to be doing any tugging to my skin unnecessarily. But yet I feel as though I reach into every area of my skin, between little fine lines or creases or wrinkles, and that the primer and the foundation work together to move into those spots and smooth them over. And that will give me the flawless look that I'm hoping for. Looking really, really nice. Very, very beautiful and very light. It's covering up that area that I have going on right here. Something's going on with it. I'm not sure what, but I have some sort of a skin issue where it's just dry, patchy, and a little bit of red bumps. Comes and goes, and I can't figure out what makes it come and what makes it go. So, okay, so foundation is on. Now, two of the things I wanted to try today are the Tarte concealers. I have never tried the Shape Tape. Just haven't. I don't use a whole lot of concealer. And the ones that I have, I've always really liked. And so I have had Bare Minerals, which I loved. I use a lot of Bare Minerals. I really do. I think that they are underrated, understated, and I'm not sure why. I did order a full size of the Tarte Ultra Creamy because I'm dying to try this. Okay, and then in the after Christmas sale, I picked up, upside down, I picked up the Shape Tape Concealer Bestsellers set. So this has, and I love their Maracuja oil lip items. Oh my gosh. I cannot say enough about those things. I mean, I'm in the car by myself, just driving down the road. I just slick that right on. I just love it. Okay, so let me just try to get the packaging open. I haven't even opened it yet. I was waiting for you. So here we go. Okay. Maracuja fell. So what color is this one? I have so many of them, but I don't think I have this one, and I can't read the bottom. All right. So here's the original Shape Tape, and the reason why I did this is because I wanted to try the original formula, but then I have a feeling for my aging skin that I'm going to want something a little bit more moisturizing, or at least dewy or creamy, but I don't want it to look greasy. So I figured I will try this on one eye, and we're good to go now, and the Ultra Creamy formula on the other eye. I'm not even really sure about how much to put on. I'm going to start with just a tiny little amount. This one is the original formula on my left. I need to remember that. Original formula on the left. And here is the creamy. Wow. I guess this stuff must be good. It's protected like Fort Knox. Okay, and here's the Ultra Creamy. Now, I got these in the shades. Oh my goodness, I can't read it. I'll tell you the shades in a moment. Let me see if I can see this one. Fair to light, neutral. I am a square on neutral. And then this one is, this is the one I just cannot tell what it's saying. Oh, fair, light, neutral. Yes, of course. I got the same one, just different formulas. 2, 3. It smells, oh my goodness. It smells like my aunt. There's something she wore. It smells just like my aunt, who I adore. Okay. So again, I'm going to just take a very light hand to this. I'm thinking I'm going to press it on and then maybe smooth it out with my foundation brush over top. So I'm just going in. I wear glasses, so I get, you know, those impressions on the inner parts of my nose that I don't want to show necessarily. Oh, I can't switch. Can't switch. Okay, so I like it. I think I put way too much on. Oh, I feel like a reverse. I'm going to go up on my eyelids. I was going to use an eye primer, but I think I'm going to carry this up and over across my lids just to make sure I'm really blending it down and around. And again, I don't want to do any pulling. It's all press patting and moving the product easily. Okay, I like that. I am going to just take my brush just to ensure that things are really pulled together and blended out. This side is for the original side. This side is for the Ultra Creamy. Flip it back over. Very nice. That's very nice. I like the way both of them feel. This is going to be interesting. So within that purchase, when I went to the Tarte website and they had their sale, I grabbed, it was called Tarte Gilded Glamour. So it came with 2 palettes, 2 eyeshadow palettes that are just beautiful. And I love Tarte eyeshadow. I have so many palettes from them and I just adore them. So this one is, and I haven't tried these yet. This is first time for me today. So this is the Glamour set. And there are 18 shadows in each palette. So they're beautiful. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to try this. It's snowing out. It's really quite lovely. And this one is the Gilded palette. Again, the packaging is just so striking. Oop. Oh, wow. Okay. Look at those. I'm going to swatch a few of these on my arm for you to show you which ones I'm going to be using. The first one is called Adorn. That will be my base for my lid. And then I will use Dame. And then I will probably try, let's see. I think I will darken my corner with Modern. Ooh, look at that. Woo! And then I love Opulent. I think I'm going to try, look at that. Wow. Just look at all these colors. They are just so beautiful. A touch of the Glitz, which I think I will put right on the center of my lid. And there's that one. Don't know if it can focus all together. Goodness gracious, I hope my arm is in the right position for you to see all of these. Because they are just beautiful. So they go from here, the latest one, up across to the, I think it was called Gilded. So across my lid, I am using the first one, which was Adorn. And I'm going to use a shading brush all across just to, oh, it's so bright. Now this I'm going to carry right up underneath my brow. And I have a tip for all of you. If you don't know where your brow ends and you struggle with finding that point that you don't want to, I call it the point of no return. You do not want to surpass that point past your brow, especially with older lids, or if you have hooded eyes like me, everything pulls down. So you don't want to go past that line of where your natural brow ends. So this is gorgeous, just creamy, just enough to just give it a little brightness and hold for the next colors for blendability. And now I'm going to go in with my transition shade. I will use this one for my e.l.f. contour brush for my transition shade, which is going to be that beautiful tawny brown called Dame. Just a little bit of that. I don't need a whole lot. Okay, and I just want to work that around. Oh my goodness, it's so, so pretty. Just want to work that around very, very lightly. Oh, I can tell I'm going to be in love with this palette because it is just blending so beautifully. I'm not going past that. Mine is right there. I'm very used to it. I haven't done my brows yet, but I do recommend, if you struggle with that, fill your brows in first. Now this, I don't like to do on textured lids, crepey lids, hooded eyes, downturned when you are a little bit older and your skin, you know, you're having a little bit of trouble with the elasticity in your skin. I do not like to pull or do windshield wiper necessarily. I like to do smaller incremental swirls, I guess you would say, to blend, or there we go. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. To set the eyeshadow on my lids, I don't want anything dragging because then I see my skin move and then it takes a moment and then it starts to move its way back. Here, this is my e.l.f. concealer brush, but I love it for the corners. And I'm going in with that nice rich dark brown. So let me just show you again. I have already used this one. I'm sorry, this one and this one, and now I am going in with this one. This is the Modern. And again, I just need I'm going to carry this just inside my corner and slightly into my faux crease that I'm creating, just for some depth. Beautiful. Now this, I need to move this along a little bit. Tiny little dab and tap. Just so you're not overshadowing your brush. It's much easier to put on more layers than to take them off. Okay, carrying that a little bit higher onto my brow bone, pushing that up. Now with hooded eyes, you do want to try to do your makeup, your eyeshadow with your lids open. It just gives you a better frame of reference for your faux crease that you're trying to create and the depth that you are trying to move into that crease that you're setting and defining. So again, we're just doing a very little bit down. Did I go down onto my lashes enough? Boy, this is really a challenge not being able to see. Tawny brown to the darker brown. Let's see, I went a little bit higher on this one, I think. Just cutting in and over, just a little bit more. Just moving the shadow, not picking up any more product off the palette, just moving what I had there. Beautiful. Okay, and then the next color that I wanted to try, which I'm going to put on the inner, moving in toward the center, is that stunning little, that one, it's called Opulent. To the Opulent and pick up a patch like that. If this doesn't work with the brush, I'm using my finger. I figured I would try. Carrying that just down around the bottom of my lid. Over and across toward the inner corner, but not going all the way into the inner corner. And again, picking up a little bit more of the palette and blending it into my corner shade. And I will go back and settle these together, marry them all together, blend them all together, however you like to say it. I think my finger would have done a little bit of a better job, but and that is really pretty. I am seeing a little bit of patchiness up here. I'm going to go back and maybe I just didn't blend it out really well. The modern color, just want to move that over a little bit, soften that up. So I'm going to go back in with my larger shader bit, just working all of that together. Very nice. I'm going to use my pinky finger and I'm going into the glitz, picking up a nice pinky full like that. And then this is going all across, right on top of that Opulent. Very beautiful. Not too high up, keeping it low along the rim, but moving it inward, carrying that a little closer into the inner corner of my eye. Oh my goodness, these are so pretty. Next side, other finger. I want to make sure that my line is carried nicely with no smudging going on from any of those. Okay, so I am so excited. I think that these are remarkable. So once I get the liner on and the mascara on, I'm thinking it'll pick up beautifully. Yeah, this one is called Elegant. You see that one? I'm going to put that right into the very corners of my eyes. Okay, so I'm going to use a little, this is an Eco Tools brush. I just want to take a little teeny bit on that, right there like that. Just touch right in. See how that just brightens? Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. It just brightens it all right up, kind of pulls it all together. I'm going to take the, I forgot now what color it was, the third one, Modern. I'm going to take Modern and just sweep that under my lash line. Just about halfway. And then, so because I have hooded eyes and that I have a very strong fold that turns down over onto my eyelashes, that dark Modern brown color that I used, Neo, go lay down. Go on, be a good boy. Again, sweeping upward. Okay, that's all set. I'm using Essence mascara, and this is the Curl and Volume mascara. It is not waterproof, which I like because I do not like a waterproof mascara. And I need my mirror back. So I like to start at the base of my lashes, pull forward and upward, and just grab everything, including way into that corner. I have never worn a pair of false eyelashes in my entire life, and I am honestly scared to death of them. I really want to emphasize my midsection of my eyelashes, because that's what brings everything up. I have a hard time seeing. I need a magnifying mirror now. Yeah, we've hit that point. This is great mascara for $5. Come on. I am interested in trying a tubing mascara, however. I'm gonna come up and have eyeshadow all over my chin. Yep, I do. Beautiful. Nice job, Essence. Okay, and now for blush. I have a ton of Tarte blushes. Love them all. Absolutely adore them. Can't get enough of them. I probably have more than I want to admit that I have. And so this is from, I don't even remember what this kit was called, but it's just gorgeous. So I'm just going to use a very light bronzing right there, just under. I only put it across the very top of my forehead too. I don't want anything narrowing my face. I just want everything full and sculpted, and I love the smell of their stuff too. Tiny little bit down under here. Okay, how's that looking? Very nice, very natural. Just use the rest of whatever's on that brush up here. And now I'm going to take my Real Techniques blush brush. I used the warmer bronzer, and I am now going in with that tone of the pink for blush. In the summertime, I love a more peachy. In the wintertime, I love a more of a pink. And I'm going to carry that really highly. You know, I like everything up high. I cover my bronzer ever so slightly, just enough to keep everything blending. Nice definition. Very, very gentle. Oh, it's so pretty. Right up on the apple, sweep it up toward my temple, and then just down across that bronzer. Now I also love their highlight, so I'm going to go in with my finger, and I don't put highlight above on my crest of my cheekbone under my eye, because I have fine lines there and texture, and I don't want that. So I just kind of go like this, just like that, just barely on my cheeks. So light. And I do like to put a little right there. I'm not really a fan of the thingy on the nose either. I don't know why, but I just not really a fan of it. So just a tiny little bit of glow on the cheeks. Now last but not least, my ultimate favorite part is the lips. And I have two products that I'm going to use today. Okay, so I am using a Wet n Wild lipstick in shade. I think I'm going to have to start getting a notepad and writing everything down before I start my videos, so that I can actually tell what I'm putting on my face. Okay, it is, oh goodness, and I'm in trifocals and I still can't read that. Okay, I will put it in the comment box. I'm not exactly sure what that says. And then I have my NYX gloss that I will be putting over top of it, and this is in the shade Sunrise. Okay, so let's start with the lipstick. I did bring a liner out also, however, I'm just not going to use it today. And my liner is by NYX or NYX, also my favorite liner in natural. It's beautiful, but I know that I have used these Wet n Wild lipsticks many times, and they do not bleed. So as I'm not going to be doing much, as I said, other than tinkering around my house, I'm not necessarily feeling like I need to put on a liner for today. and I do like to test products too. Now, this is really pretty. I could leave it right here. Let me just make sure that I blended that. The lighting is coming in different. I think it's looking a little bit different on camera than it does in real life. So I just want you guys to see the truth of what I'm seeing. Now here's the eyes and the cheeks. And then I'm going in on top of that lipstick. No, I did not forget. With the NYX Sunrise Gloss. This is a very strong color, and I'm just going to use it to emphasize a little bit. I love color mixing on my lips, and I'm going to just go up into my peaks right there. Blend that out just a tiny bit. And there we go. Now, if I had a liner on, I could use a little bit more of this, but because I do not, I'm going to leave it like that. So here is the full lip look. Okay. So there is the full face done and complete, and I love it. I am very excited about the eyeshadows and of course the blushes that I've already used, and I know I love those. The lip combination, I think that this is a beautifully color sculpted palette. I'm excited to try the other one. That one was the Gilded, wait a minute, which, yeah, this one was the Gilded one. The other one is the Glamour. Yes, Glamour. So I am going to give these two concealers that I used, the original formula on the left and the ultra creamy on the right, and I will give those a try all day for the rest of the day. And turned out to be really cloudy, so I left whatever sun was coming up over this way has just turned into clouds and grayness. So anyways, I'm very happy with the whole look as completed, and I really hope that these eyes are showing you what I'm seeing, because they really are just so beautiful. Everything blended so nicely. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do my eyebrows. Okay, we can't skip on the eyebrows. This is one of my, in one of my videos with the 5, oh my gosh, now I can't think, was it 5 products in 5 minutes to get out the door for work. And it's what I do all the time. And I just got so excited about everything else I have on that I totally forgot about the brows. Let me just do those very quickly. And just to show you why I get excited about eyebrows, just look at the difference with the one not done and the one done. They just draw an intensity, a completeness to your face, to your makeup. And even if you only have a tiny bit on, if you only do a little bit of the blush and a little bit of lip gloss and just top lash mascara, having your brows completed will make you look totally put together and pulled together, and nobody will have an idea that it's only, a tiny little amount of effort that goes into that. Okay, there we go. And so what I used just now is one of my favorite brow products, and it is by NYX. It is NYX. It's a brow brush. I use it in brunette. I love this stuff. I've tried several different kinds. I have yet to try the Anastasia, and I do want to try that, but I just haven't bitten the bullet to pay for it. And this stuff works so well. I mean, it's the perfect color. It's easy to use. I don't have to do a lot to my brows. I guess I'm kind of fortunate in that way. Well, I shouldn't say that. My brows have flyaways. They tend to kind of go up, and, my kids make fun of me. I've mentioned it before that they're like, well, you get those things under control. So I do need to tame them. So I need something that has like a wax in it, or something that is hefty enough to move them into place and then hold them in place. But I don't have too much of an issue with filling them in, aside from where it trails off here and a scar that I have from when I was like 2 and I had the chicken pox. So other than that, my brows are, I'm okay with the thickness of them. I just need to wrangle them in and get them under control. So, all right. Well, thank you again so much for joining me. And please remember to subscribe if you've liked my content and share me with others. And we will see you next time.